Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. Happy Sunday. How's it going today? How was your Valentine's Day? Um, my God, you guys, if you did not listen to the last episode, I came on Friday, just talking about how I was feeling on Friday. Friday was tough. Friday was tough, but my Valentine's Day was great. Um, Friday was just a little emotional for me, if I'm honest. So you can go back and listen to the episode before this one if you wanted to get into that. But yeah, but my Valentine's Day was great. We went to a nice barbecue place that I had never been to before, and we finished the night off with a live music show and poetry. So it was a really good time. I was so grateful that I had a great Valentine's night. My day was just, I don't know, Friday I was emotional and I don't know why. I dealt with a little bit of anxiety on Friday, all the things, but I am back and I am good. And again, Friday afternoon, my Valentine's Day was great. I hope that you guys enjoy your Valentine's Day. I hope that you did not have a spurt of anxiety like I did, but we thank the Lord for helping me to get through that. And it came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. Nothing happened to trigger it, nothing like that at all. It was just out of nowhere, anxiousness. But we thank God for just keeping me. If you're dealing with something like that, I thank God for keeping you. And he gives us newness every single day. We get newness every single day. So we thank God for new days. Every day is different. So we thank God. So today's message is freedom. Today's message is on freedom. The word for the week is freedom. This is Black History Month, and I wanted to talk about freedom. I want to shout out a couple of Black history facts and yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So, what is freedom? What is freedom? Freedom is the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. The power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint is freedom. Freedom. So, a couple of Black history facts that I have here for you guys today is Frederick Douglass. So, Frederick Douglass was a leader of the 19th century African American civil rights movement. Douglass escaped slavery in Maryland and became a leader of the abolitionist movement. So, shout out to Frederick Douglass for the leadership and what he did during that time. The second Black history fact that I have here is Daniel Hale Williams. He was the first person to perform a successful human heart operation. He also founded the first hospital and training school for Black nurses and interns in the U.S. So we all know how important, having hospitals and um, doctors, medicine, and all of that is. So Dale, Daniel Hale Williams, that was a great thing that he did. The first person to perform a successful human heart operation. So that is awesome. He also founded the first hospital and training school for Black nurses and interns in the U.S. The third one I have here is Rebecca Lee Crumpler. In 1864, Rebecca Lee Crumpler became the first Black woman to receive a medical degree in the U.S. And then I have Ruby Bridges. Ruby Bridges was the first Black child to integrate an all white elementary school in the South. So we can all imagine what that was like. And as a child, what she had to go through to be able to be the example of what that was to come to be, being the first Black child to integrate an all white elementary school in the South. And we know that the South, our ancestors dealt with a lot of things in the South. Um, they were not free. And being the first example being the first person to do that and the first child, not even an adult, but the first child. That is something amazing to be able to do and, make it through that. So, yes, I just want to shout out a couple of Black History facts today. Again, since this is Black History Month, and I just want to do that. This was some things that I had to look up myself because some of these um, individuals I did not personally know and I had not personally heard of. Of course, I've heard of Frederick Douglass, but the other the other three were ones that I had not heard of before. And I didn't want to just give, the ones that we hear about so much, even though those are great examples of Black facts as well. We know Martin Luther King, we know Rosa Parks, we know Harriet Tubman, all of those. So I wanted to look up a couple of more because we know that there were many, many, many Black African American people who has done many tremendous things throughout their lifespan, throughout history. So I just wanted to shout out a couple of Black facts today and give a couple of new ones that I hadn't personally heard of and the importance of what they done. So I have a quote here today. It says, I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Knowing what must be done does away with fear. I'm going to repeat it. I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Knowing what must be done does away with fear. That is Rosa Parks. I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Knowing what must be done does away with fear. So when we make up our mind and we know what has to be done, what must be done, it takes away the fear because we know that this has to be done. So we can't be focused on the fear of what has to be done. We just have to have a made up mind and know that this has to be done and we can't lean into fear. We must lean into what has to be done. So again, that is Rosa Parks' quote. And I do have a song suggestion for you guys. It is Freedom by Beyonce. I know y'all have heard that song. So, and I was prepping to get this together for you guys. The song was in my head. So, Freedom by Beyonce. And I'm also reading or listening to Matters of the Heart by Dr. Tama Bryant. That is her new book. A couple of episodes before, I was talking about what are you reading now? And I was talking about what I read and what I was reading last year. And I mentioned Dr. Tama Bryant has a new book out. And the new book out that she has is titled Matters of the Heart. And I have started listening to it on Spotify. It is very good. So if you need something that's uplifting, that's self-help, that also has um, spiritual help as well, then you can check out Matters of the Heart by Dr. Tama Bryant. That is the book recommendation that I have for today. And the scripture that I have is Galatians 5 and 13. It's coming from the New Living Translation. I'm going to read that. It says, for you have been called to live in freedom, my brothers and sisters, but don't use your freedom to satisfy your sinful nature. Instead, use your freedom to serve one another in love. For you have been called to live in freedom, my brothers and sisters, but don't use your freedom to satisfy your sinful nature. Instead, use your freedom to serve one another in love. So we are free to serve each other in love. We are free to do things to better each other because apart from each other, in God's grace, what do we really have? And that is Galatians chapter 5, verse 13. And that was in the New Living Translation. So if you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome to Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. I am here to encourage, inspire, and uplift every week. You can follow me on Facebook at Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. You can also follow me on Instagram at Calandra_Monique, on the TikTok at Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra as well. And then on Facebook as well, the support group / Bible study is Sister You Are Loved. On any of those platforms, you can click on the link tree in my bio and you'll be able to find out everything about Minutes of Inspiration with Calandra. I also have a book you can purchase on Amazon. It is titled Faith Walk to Healing. If you are interested in a devotional, a powerful, uplifting devotional, a faith walk journey, you can purchase Faith Walk to Healing on Amazon. So that is what I have for you guys today. I will be on Wednesday for Worship Wednesday this week because this is our Worship Wednesday. So yes, that is what I have. So walk in freedom, love people, be there for one another, and look at the freedom that we have to serve and to be able to be there for one another. We are not living in freedom just to please ourselves, but we are living in freedom to make a difference for ourselves and those around us. So, as always, know that you are loved, you are valuable, and your life is worth living. God bless you.